One thing that startup founders need to do as they build valuable, powerful startups is to save their startup from themselves. Now, let me explain that. Founders, of course, are the reason why startups become big. They are the primary reason. They are the reason why the best investors would invest in you. The best people will decide to work with you because they believe in you as a founder. But what do I mean when I say saving your startup from the founder himself or herself? Now, once the startup begins to gain in size and stature, there are more resources, there are more people, and the power of the founder also increases because the word of the founder, the will of the founder is the will of the company. So suddenly, a lot of that power becomes quite frictionless for the founder himself or herself, and hence you become prone to making mistakes because you can really move things very fast. So if you have a great idea in the morning, you think, oh, this is the great thing with idea which will propel us to the next level, and by the evening you will have the team working on this and everybody reoriented, and that can be extremely dangerous. Why? One, in all likelihood, this is not fully thought through. So you don't know what the blind spots are, you don't know what are the costs and the implications of this new initiative. Second, you were excited about something else a couple of weeks back. What happens to that initiative, right? Most of the time, new initiatives happen at the cost of an older initiative. So that doesn't mean you don't take new initiatives, but think this through. So you need to figure out how to save your startup from your own decisions, which might not be in their interest. So there are three things you can do to do that. Number one, delay your decision making process somewhat. What do I mean by that? I don't mean slow down your startup, slow down decision making in general, but whenever you have new ideas, whenever you have something that really gets you excited, give yourself some time. Why? Because that will give you the time to think this through, look at the blind spots. Once the novelty kind of wears down, you will be able to think far more logically compared to once when you are really excited and were really excited about the novelty of that idea itself. So give yourself some time. Give yourself 3 days, 4 days, a week's time. If you're still excited about that, go ahead. There's much more merit in going after the initiative now compared to a week back. Rule number two, empower the next layer of leadership. They are the first one who would know when you are going wrong. And if they feel empowered enough to come to you and tell you that you are going wrong, that's in the interest of the startup. So empower them to come and show their disagreement whenever they have one. Does not mean that you don't take that decision, but at least you will know the counter view and it will help you make a better decision. And rule number three, find yourself a mentor. A mentor, somebody who is not part of your everyday grind. Why? Because of the everyday grind, the pressures of it, the stresses of it, forces you to think a certain way. And to have an intelligent person, somebody you can trust, somebody you can respect, that person will be able to give you this view because he or she is not part of your everyday grind and hence would be able to think clearly or at least give you a fresh perspective on this. So find somebody like that. You need a mentor there. So follow these three rules and that will help you make better decisions and make fewer mistakes. Hope that helps you.